Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Lisa and I'm also known as Job Coach Germany. Welcome to my weekly career coaching drop-in session. This is already career coaching session number 21, to be honest. Wow, time is flying by. So, well, first of all, I wanted to thank you all for voting on my poll, because last time I told you that I would like to make the contents more adjustable and more adjusted to what it is that you are actually looking forward to and what you would like to know. And so this time you got to decide between the unsolicited covering letter, and the second one was LinkedIn, and all of you decided for LinkedIn. So thank you very much for voting. And this is the topic that we will dive into a little bit further today. So we will have a quick overview on what LinkedIn is and how it can actually help you, whether it can help you, and then we will dive into some of the aspects that are important once you are setting up your profile on LinkedIn and how you can use it for your job hunting journey. And we will see how far we get within these 30 minutes. And if you have any questions, feel free to join me and put your answers or your questions in the comments below, and then I will try to answer them as well. So yeah, maybe let's start with a question first. Who of you is actually already using LinkedIn for the job hunt? Who of you is actively using LinkedIn? That's question number one. And question number two, do you have a LinkedIn profile? Maybe we could have switched these questions around. So first of all, I would like to know whether you can whether you are actually using that, because what I have seen from most of my clients is that they are using LinkedIn. However, they only adjust it and update it if they are looking for a job. And this is quite suspicious, isn't it? Hi, Vince. Thank you very much for joining me here. It's great of you to see you always in the afternoon. Thank you very much for joining me. Yeah, so, well, first of all, there is yeah, a little problem if you only are using your LinkedIn profile just when you're looking for a job. But this is what happens, right? So you're looking for a job, you're actively searching, you're job hunting, you're going on all of these different platforms, and you are searching for a perfect fit for you. And that's when you put all of your effort and energy into searching for a job, also on LinkedIn, and you're updating your profile in case a potential future employer is looking at your profile online and looking on social media platforms to find out a little bit more about yourself. So, and then once you've found your perfect match, this is when you forget all about the social media activity that you have ever done on LinkedIn before, isn't it? Isn't that how it actually works? Because you don't have to worry about finding and searching for a job anymore. This is now, oh, way, it's done and dusted. I finally got a job. I'm happy now. Let's see how it goes. However, there are two parts that I would like to address here right now. And the first one is that I always recommend all of my clients that you are only done with your entire job application journey if you are sitting on a spot, on a position that you are happy with and that you feel fulfilled with. And if you don't, then you keep on applying. And this is how long you need to be involved and engaged in your in updating also your LinkedIn profile. And yeah, the second thing that is also very important on continuous improvement and continuous updates on your LinkedIn profile is basically that you never know when you might need all of the connections and your network that you are expanding continuously if you are continuously working on your LinkedIn profile. But why am I talking about LinkedIn anyway? Well, first of all, because you wanted me to talk to you about it. And the second reason is it is actually very helpful. So yeah, so if you already have a LinkedIn profile, that is great. Now let's take a look at why is it helpful. So did you actually know that there are in the United States, there are 174 million people that are using LinkedIn. And in Europe alone, we have 163 million people currently using LinkedIn. And now, if you want to shrink it down even further, because we are always looking for German jobs and jobs in Germany, let's take a look at the DACH region. So DACH is basically Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, and we have 16 million LinkedIn users right now on LinkedIn, which basically means that you can, spread your wings and spread all of the little, spread your net basically in order to find the right contacts for you. Not only contacts that you already know from your current position, but also people that you might have met during a conference or something like that. So let me just quickly have a look whether you guys have any questions. Yeah, so I'll be right back here. It's just that I don't really see the video here, but I think this should be all right. Yeah, okay, good. So, and so 16 million users in the DACH region. And that is a reason alone for you guys to know, okay, I should maybe think about engaging on LinkedIn as well. And there are 4 different aspects that you should think about with regards to your LinkedIn profile. So it's, first of all, it is your profile. The second one is networking. Engagement is the third, and filtering or the search itself for a job. And now, especially during this Corona pandemic time, you have seen that many jobs are shifting towards more digital work. There are a lot of people that are working from home. Many people have also lost their jobs, and I feel very sorry for them, and would like to encourage everybody to also include LinkedIn into their job hunt journey. And the reason is due to the fact that recruiting is changing as well. So I told you before, and maybe some of you don't know that yet, but I used to work in HR, and I've been working in HR for 8 years, 9 years, I can't remember now, but for a very long time. And back then it was still very conservative. We still got a lot of applications that were in paper form, and also some that were obviously applying already online through the platforms that the companies designed, but also they were sending on top of that the paper form of the application. So we have huge amounts of files that were just simply sitting in our office that we were supposed to screen in order to find the right fit for the position that we were recruiting for. And this recruiting service is now, or this recruiting process is changing towards a more social recruiting. Yeah, so companies are now actually looking for the person itself, especially also there are smaller companies, there are bigger companies, there are conservative companies, there are younger companies, there are startups, there are companies that have been on the market for many years, and now everybody is shifting towards a new trend, which is basically to finally put the human being into the center of attention and not just the performance. And if you are still working in a company where performance is key, and obviously performance is important, however, you shouldn't get lost in this world of performance. You should also be seen as a human being, and you should also find a way of how the company can support you on your way to a fulfilled life, because actually you are spending 40 hours per week on your job, aren't you? And therefore, especially startups and younger companies, and also smaller companies who have the power to implement new processes a lot quicker than bigger conservative companies, are now looking forward to finding out who the person is behind that application, and not just all of the different dots and ticks that they can match with the job ad. So this is social recruiting. This is why the recruiters are nowadays looking on social media. And let me tell you this, they are not only looking for you on LinkedIn, they are also looking for you on Xing, they are looking for you on Facebook, on Instagram, and everything that is out there, on Twitter, on TikTok, and wherever you are. If you have matched all of your, if you have synced all of your profiles, and if you are applying and you also give the information of your different social media channels, the recruiters will take a look at it. They will take a look at it and find out who you are as a person. And they want to figure out whether you fit to the team or which team is the right fit for you guys. And that's why social recruiting has become so much more important than back in the day. So Alok is here as well. Thank you very much for joining me here. We are talking about LinkedIn today, and let me know in the comments whether you already have a LinkedIn profile and are searching for jobs through LinkedIn. So, well, now I've told you why it is very important to use LinkedIn, and let's take a look at your profile, how you should set it up. So, first of all, we need to have a profile picture, if you haven't done that, yeah? And the profile picture should be a professional picture. So please, not a picture of you in your bathing suit on the beach. Okay, Alok has a LinkedIn profile. Brilliant. And Alok, are you using your LinkedIn profile to connect with people in your industry actively, or just sporadically every now and then? It's Hardy is here as well. Hi, thank you guys for joining me here. We're talking about LinkedIn today. So the profile picture should be professional. So maybe you have heard already about the rumor that we Germans actually love pictures on our CV. So this is a trend that is, well, kind of shocking to some people from outside of Germany, because they are in many countries, and especially when you are applying on the English-speaking market, then a profile picture is not allowed or not asked for, because it can be seen as a reason for discrimination. You didn't choose me because my profile picture wasn't okay, or because you saw something on my profile picture that you didn't like. And actually, this is how people evaluate, isn't it? Because I mean, I have worked with companies, and I'm not happy and not proud of being able to say that. However, I know how the recruiting processes are behind closed doors, and let me tell you this: they are looking at the application processes sometimes, and let me tell you, these were departments or just companies where there were older, conservative recruiters, and they were just simply looking for looks. And the one department always wanted to have a blonde intern, and the other one always wanted to have a brunette intern. So basically, that's how they decided for a job. And this is not what happened to me. Back then, I was a blonde. So, and now I'm brunette, but that's not important. Basically, what I would like to say is that one of my colleagues told me that happened in that department, and I was shocked. And this is the reason why in the English-speaking world, profile pictures are not recommended or not necessary on your CV. However, in Germany, there are still companies, especially if you're going for the jobs with the conservative companies, bigger groups, bigger companies, then they are still asking to upload a picture of yourself. And this is the kind of picture that we're looking for your LinkedIn profile as well, right? However, let me tell you this, and then show you, it's not a big deal if you're not sending a picture with your CV nowadays. You can, obviously, but you don't have to. Yeah, so the trend is moving more towards not having a picture on your CV anymore. However, it might be with conservative companies definitely like an advantage for you if you have a profile picture. However, if you're using a profile picture in your bikini bottoms, then definitely that is not an advantage, depending on the job that you're applying for. So so the profile picture should be very professional. Then there is another picture that you need to think about, and that's a background picture. And you don't need to have a premium account, and we will get into this a little bit in a couple of seconds. You don't need to have a premium membership with LinkedIn in order to set your background picture. Yeah, so you can search for a background picture that is basically suitable to you, suitable to your industry, suitable to your job, or maybe a picture that you have on your that you can make on your own. So if you have some paint skills or some design skills, or you have you have a Canva account and then you want to work with that and set up your own background picture, you can upload that even without a membership fee, that you have to pay. Oh, and Alok just sent me his LinkedIn profile and he asked me to evaluate his LinkedIn profile. Okay, and I couldn't suggest him any corrections or additions. Brilliant, Alok. Thank you very much for joining me here. Let's connect on LinkedIn, and then we will have a look. And if you want to work with me, guys, together, you can always go on my profile, either on LinkedIn or on Facebook or on Instagram, and in my profile, just send me a direct message or click on the links, go on my website, lisajans.com. Or you find me also on YouTube, Lisa Jans, Job Coach Germany, and simply connect on any way, and feel free to book a discovery call with me. You can do that through a calendar that you will find on my website or through the contacts, and then you can simply book a time slot that is suitable for you. Philo Kelly is here as well. Hi, thank you very much for joining me here. So, once you've set your profile picture that is professional, and background picture that is also professional and maybe fits to your industry, fits to your position, or fits to your personality, then let's take a look at the profile slogan. So there is some sort of slogan underneath your name that you can set. And that is something that is obviously the first attention grabbing information on your profile that a recruiter will look forward to. So they will look for, what can you offer? So nowadays, if you're actually searching for a job, there is this circle that you can put around your profile picture that says open for work. Yeah. And that is very recommendable for everybody that is actually looking actively for a job online. And then also you can put that in your profile slogan. So something that you're looking for, a job or position or an industry, or something that you're professional in. So what is your expertise, right? Then another aspect that some people might not have known or are not aware of, there is your URL, right? So it's basically how I can find you on LinkedIn. So you send me your URL and I can click on it and then I find your profile. Did you know that you can actually adjust this URL? So you can put your name behind that, and then you don't have all of these different digits or these numbers, but you actually have your name. And then I find a person and not just any number. Okay, so this is something that you can adjust. Then following that, we have the profile description. So this is something like an about me section. And this is something that you can also use from your CV or from your resume. The setup of a resume is very typical, and modern style CVs also have this about me section. It's not it's just optional, so you don't have to use it, but you can use it. And on your LinkedIn profile, this is what you can already use. So you don't have to do everything from scratch. You're just simply using the information that you have on your CV. and use this profile description to talk about you, talk about your personality, talk about what you can do for your future employer, talk about your expertise and what you are looking for. Then something obviously that is very important and also matched to your CV is the work experience and your education and background. So you list all of the different steps that you all have also listed on your CV. And this is what you simply integrate on your LinkedIn profile. But here you now have the chance to extend all the information. So on your CV, you know you only have a limited space, 1 page or 2 pages max. And on your LinkedIn profile, you can go more into detail. You can write a text, you can write a paragraph on each of your steps that you've done, on each of the different work positions that you've had, or you can also write it with bullet points if you want. So this is basically up to you, but you can be very specific. That basically means this is valuable for everybody that never knows how to shrink down the contents of the CV. Because I have a lot of clients that are always telling me, Lisa, I don't know how to shorten my CV. There's just too much information and I don't want to leave anything out. I don't want to have any gaps or intervals in my CV. And that's why I would just want to put everything in there. However, my CV has now extended 2 pages. So what am I doing? Don't send it. You don't need to send a CV that has more than 2 pages because nobody's going to look at it. And something that you might need to consider is basically to, really on your CV, focus on the important steps that are aligned with the potential job that you're applying for. And on your LinkedIn profile, then you can be very extensive and you can put in all of the details, because everybody that is just wanting to connect with you on any kind of level that might be interested in a little piece of information that you're giving there, this is very helpful for them. Then you can put all of your information in there and don't have to like shorten it, and you don't have to be like spot on. You can just be well, obviously you want to be spot on, however you can include all of the information that is very valuable and very important for yourself. Then, and this is the same also for your academic background, right? So you put in the different steps, what have you studied, and what kind of, or if you have done an apprenticeship, what kind of apprenticeship have you done, and what kind of certificate have you had or have you received. Then also something that you can include is something that we call like skills or endorsements. Yeah, so it's not just your work experience and your education, but you can also talk about skills and endorsements. So what are the specific skills that you know? And this is something that you can connect with people that you know from your network as well. So somebody can support this idea. So if you're telling me that you have management skills and you have studied management with some other people, then these people can support this idea and put a thumbs up basically and say, yeah, this is what this person has done. This person has studied management, so there are management skills. Then also you can include licenses or certifications that you've done, voluntary experience. This is something that you can implement. And also there can be recommendations. And this is something that I highly recommend for everybody that is applying from outside of Germany for jobs in Germany, because you might remember, or maybe you have heard another rumor, that we Germans are very into report cards from our work. So basically, once I leave a company or every 2 years, I'm asking my employer for a report card. And then I want to know, how did I work? So they are giving me like a report card, like in school, but also like in a written format. And this basically tells the future employer how well I have worked, or where there's room for improvement. And recruiters know how these report cards are written and how they are phrased and what they actually mean, because it's kind of like a specialized code. However, again, in the English-speaking world, and especially in England, because I know that I have worked in England before, this is illegal. It is actually illegal to write a report card for your employees, because the employee can sue you due to the fact that you've written this in such a manner that this employee now doesn't get the future job. And therefore, you won't ever get a report card for your job. But this is how LinkedIn can help you. LinkedIn can serve as a platform for you to get recommendations. So you don't just have your contacts on your CV, but you can ask people, you can ask your colleagues, you can ask your former manager, you can ask anybody in your network to write a recommendation about you. You can also give them hints. You can tell them, hey, I'm looking for a job in this particular industry. Can you maybe write a recommendation for me? And in order to accelerate this process, you can offer to write a recommendation for other people as well. So you're writing recommendations, they're writing recommendations about yourself. And these are basically kind of like testimonials just for you as a person, not just for businesses, okay? And then on the bottom, we also have interests. So you can talk about the interests that you have and specific groups that you're following and so on. So these are the basic parts of your profile. And also something that is quite in the upper part of the profile. If I, for example, visit your profile, then I can see your activity. So I can see how active you are on your LinkedIn profile. I can see how many followers you have. I can see what you've posted, what you've shared, and whether you've commented on anything, or whether you haven't used your LinkedIn profile for many years. So basically, this is what I can find out about you on LinkedIn. And that's why it is important for you to update your LinkedIn profile on a continuous basis. So, and then with regards to networking, there are obviously, maybe you have heard of different levels of contacts. So there's the first level, these are like direct contacts. Then we have second level contacts, that's basically a contact of a direct contact of you. And then we have also, it's like third level, or people that you basically don't know, but they know a person that knows a direct person or a direct contact of your network. And this is something that you need to consider. So think about who is important in your industry and how can you connect to these people. Companies, employees, HR people, and recruiters, and also just your colleagues, former colleagues, also friends of yours that are working in a specific field that you are interested in, or even just your friends. Just think about it, it is still a professional network. So it's all about your work experience and about jobs. However, you never know whether any of your friends might know somebody that is working in the industry that you are actually looking for a job in. So that's why connect with everybody that you know, but don't just connect, like click on connect. Write a message. Tell the people, I met you at a conference. I met you through this person. I met you, I saw an online video. I saw a wonderful post, a very valuable post on your profile, and I would like to connect with you. I'm interested in this field. Can you support me? Can you help me? Or if you are looking for a job, then obviously you want to connect with the people that you're looking for a job with. So the company, take a look at the people that are working there. Try to connect with people who are already working with that company. Connect with those people. Talk to them, write them, and ask them what they have done to get the job, what they think is important. And you can also already find out whether they feel comfortable there or not. So, and there are a lot more things that I can actually talk about, but you now got a basic overview of LinkedIn and how it can help you. And now let's just at the very end take a look at why LinkedIn Premium might help you. So there are 5 in-mail messages per month that you can send. Oh, and for everybody that is basically looking for a career, like premium career, it's basically $30 per month. And this is for people that are looking for a new job, and basically you can contact more people. You see how many searches you have appeared. You get applicant insights. You get additional information on posted jobs, additional salary information as well. You also get, and this is very helpful, access to on-demand learning videos through LinkedIn. And also there is a resume creation with a resume builder that you can use through LinkedIn. And this is very helpful for everybody that is interested in these things. However, you don't need to have a premium account to actually connect with people. But the most important thing that I would like to share with you guys is that you are aware of that fact that it's not sufficient to simply use LinkedIn when you're looking for a job. You don't know whether you can warm up a contact that you have found 2 years ago, even though you weren't looking for a job back then. But now you are, and now this contact is very valuable to you, yeah, because they have the contacts that you need, that you are looking for. So let me know in the comments whether you have any questions. I can see that there is somebody watching on Facebook as well, so thank you very much. And there are people here on Instagram, so thank you very much for joining me here. Again, if you have any questions with regards to your career here in Germany, feel free to contact me and book a discovery call for free with me. Okay, so thank you very much, and I wish you all a wonderful week. If you haven't signed up for my newsletter, feel free to do so. And I'll see you again next week. And stay tuned for the new poll so that you can sign up for the topic that you are interested in the most. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.